Our indigenous life and our indigenous way of life and our lands are being threatened by the current government administration of Jamaica, who seek to bring Chinese and other nationalities into the cockpit region, which is an indigenous sacred region, to usurp us, the Maroons, as the warriors. So
a Maroon
are some of the indigenous warriors on my island. We fought the British relentlessly.
Those are the Moors?
Maroons are from, we're called Blackamoors, but my generation originated from Nigeria. I'm an Igbo man according to my bloodline. And we fought the British relentlessly. We fought King Charles for 40 years, and according to the British treaty, anybody sustain a war over 80 years automatically win them sovereignty. So we fought him for 40 years and called a ceasefire, and when he bought into it, we fought him for 40 years after that.
Why?
So we tricked them into fighting for 80 years without cessation, and we won our sovereignty from the British.
It's crazy that's happening right now.
Yes, well, it's indigenous people all across the world around that threat, you know. Where I'm from Peru, because the multinational seeks.
People who don't have phones, they don't have,
They have, but the multinational seek the resources of the land. Like in the cockpit country of Jamaica, we're rich in bauxite.
Right.
Now, there's certain companies like Naran and certain Russian companies who have been taking this bauxite for over 70 years, and they will destroy your school. Just to take the backside under the school. But there's no payment given to the community, nor the chief, nor the council of the indigenous community. It's done through the government structure where these people are just totally alienated. And their land is being pilfered. Like, you know, it's crazy. So it's a new generation of young men rising up.
What's the two political parties in Jamaica?
I don't give a fuck about political parties. It's two sides of the same kind.
Yeah, absolutely.
We hope for change, and you have to understand that a country is basically a corporation which an elected official as a CEO. A lot of people think a prime minister run a country, but you have to understand that this is our CEO of the company called the country.
It's the board.
And my board members, they have to answer. Sometimes these board members are so powerful that these shit in their pants when they get a phone call from these. You can't tell me that in the Caribbean, we cannot improve our standard of living for our people. And as a disaster, I'm run going out begging left, right, and center. And these are the same who have came into politics with $3,000 in their bank account US and leaving politics with 600,000 million. So where this millions come from? But the Caribbean people are so passive. I think they put something in our water over the years. We're not fighting anymore. We're accepting. We're not standing up anymore, we're laying down. And these we call our politicians, the real criminals and the real crooks, they're having a blast. Because there's no check and balance. Check and balance don't come from your cronies. Check and balance come from people who feel the pain. And that's why you see what, like even in Kenya, they were taken aback. They didn't know that the young men and the young women of Kenya had their ducks so much in a row that they could tell each politician what they owned and where they live, and where the investments were. That shook them. So we realized that, you know, in the region, we have to do better as the leaders. We need to stop elect people based on their skin color and them being charming. It should be on your mandate. And we have to hold your feet to the fire to accomplish what you promised. Simple.
And coming from the islands that historically were the ones fighting.
Listen. The islands fought, listen, the first island that fought to free us was Haiti. And where's Haiti today? Even most Caribbean countries will look at Haiti in disgust because they don't see themselves as standing with them, brother, the first nation to fight to free us. And you ask yourself, why is Haiti suffering so much? And why are my Haitian brothers under so much pressure? You know why? Because they stand up against the giant who they should have bowed to, and they refuse. And everyone wants them to bow. Haiti, do not bow. Keep standing up. We stand with you. We are fortunate enough to be on an island where we can extricate ourselves from these circumstances, yet cultivate an identity of our own and a spiritual awareness of our own and a firmness to take us through this struggle. We do not aim to convert people because we're not a cult. Yes? We aim to open the eyes of the ones who are here in the earth so they can partake of the goodness of God. Not of the goodness of the devil, because it only lasts for a minute. But the goodness of God is everlasting. Now, this battle is not against flesh and blood. It's not against none of you guys. It's a spiritual wickedness and principalities and darkness in high and low places. You know what I mean? So you can continue, or you can head towards the light. Your choice. You all do.